So apparently the Shopify drama continues. I just came across this article talking about how Shopify funded lavish team getaways to a French castle and other far-flung locales just weeks before blindsiding workers with layoffs. Business Insider here got an interview with an insider who did get laid off. And to be honest with you, this is no surprise here. Any company that lays off 1,000 employees is going to face some backlash. Now, if you didn't know, a couple weeks back, Shopify made an announcement that they were letting go of 1,000 of their employees, which was like 10% of their workforce. And soon after that happened, the stock plummeted. I mean, of course, people were kind of scared of the future, but just as fast as it came down, it quickly came back up. And as you can see in the past 5 days, we've been seeing close to 17% gains. And the main reason why I wanted to make this video today, besides obviously defending Shopify, because I love Shopify, they're one of my favorite companies, is because of a few key bits that I saw in this article that are actually quite optimistic. So for example, one of the things that they say here, 2020 and 2021, thanks to the pandemic fueling demand for its products, Shopify saw insane growth, right? And the company was highlighting plans to invest heavily back into the business, particularly in fulfillment. So we've covered these news in the past as well. Shopify is getting really deep into the fulfillment game, so that's awesome. But then as things started to slow down a bit in 2022 with the pandemic sort of taking a back seat, people starting to go outside again, their exponential growth stagnated a little bit. But as I said, a lot of people were really blindsided by this, so it's not like the company was really seeing a ton of struggle. So prior to the layoffs, employees said that the company wasn't showing many signs of struggle despite a worsening macro environment and a falling stock price. One employee laid off from Shopify's design team said that 2020 and 2021 were kind of an odd anomaly in terms of growth and stuff. So now we're going to be pulling back, but okay, we're pulling back, so we got in at the right time. So the former employees said that it seemed Shopify was shifting away from the explosive growth it had seen throughout the pandemic and readjusting to a more typical environment. So a Shopify spokesperson told Insider that the layoffs were conducted to streamline our business and emerge from this market even stronger. Most of the jobs affected were in recruiting, support, and sales, and over-specialized and duplicate roles were eliminated. So I saw this headline on Business Insider and I was like, I need to subscribe to read this just to see further what's going on. But my suspicions from my former video in which I first started to talk about these news were right. So it seems like this is actually a good thing that Shopify is laying off all these people. Sometimes people don't carry their weight. And as you can see, people are actually excited about the future of Shopify. If you look at the stock price in the last 5 days, like I said before, we've seen 17% gains. Now, obviously the year to date is like crazy, a 70% loss in stock price. That's so nuts. But like I said in my last video, I actually started to buy here in these low 30s when these really bad news happened. And luckily so far I've been right. And it seems like Shopify is really ramping up growth tactics again. I saw them in a Mr. Beast video, the #1 trending video on all of YouTube, which is Mr. Beast's 100 millionth subscriber video. Shopify made like a 4-minute appearance. In only a few days, this already has 39 million views. And Mr. Beast in this even mentions how all of his e-commerce ventures are hosted on Shopify. So again, I'm super optimistic on Shopify. So whenever there's any Shopify FUD that comes out, I'm always going to be here to call it out how I see it. But that's about it for this one. I want to know, what do you guys think? Are you guys invested in Shopify? Obviously, most of the stuff that we talk about on this channel is Shopify related. So I'm assuming a lot of you guys like Shopify as well, but I'm always curious to know what you guys think. So with that said, hope you guys enjoyed this video and I'll see you guys in my next one. Peace.